this is Moses from Wilona's Cave. We're going to continue on with the dungeon with our group here, Sinethil, Gorm, Damara, and Avon. My son went asleep, and I told him that we'll continue playing together off camera, so to speak, because he really likes this adventure. But I need to get this episode in, and we'll play together, me and him, just him, with the same setup. I'll just reset everything. I want to try some new things here. There is a custom-made fungus monster, whatever my son said, or if I said it, right over here. I think I said it was over here and it started moving. So it's a fungus, so I'm going to make it slowly move or not move at all anymore. So it can't see us, and I don't think we know it's there. And we are invisible for the time being. What was it, Avon? We did it, I think it was from the Player's Handbook of D&D, because unfortunately with Dungeon World, there's not a lot other than fan-made material. Where's my notes? One moment. It's a Wizard Fog Clouds was the name of it. I think that was the name, a magic for a wizard in the Player's Handbook. Regardless, it's like 5 minutes or 50 minutes or whatever it was for duration. Can't really remember. All I know is these four are invisible in a way. For now. I'll dissipate it pretty soon here. But I want to do something new. My scene's set up in Mythic Game Master Emulator. I wanted to try scene setup 11, number 11 already. Sinethil speaks the druid. She's right over here. Sinethil speaks with an animal on a way out of the dungeon, other than, getting through all of this, because maybe this is a trap. Maybe you don't have to finish it all. Maybe there's another way out. And Sinethil, I have her paperwork here. That's another thing. You see that it's so thin, the playbook on the druid with Dungeon World. There's no cantrips or no spells. And now playing combat with a druid, those really do help. So if I want to use a spell, I'm going to pause it and go get or anything. I'll make up a magic, like a level 1 magic spell for the druid, Sinethil. Anyways, okay. She has a spirit tongue that she could speak. The grunts, barks, chirps, and calls of the creatures of the wild are the druid's language. They can understand. As long as you study them. And she studied. This is dungeons and caves are in the forest. She's a great forest and the river delta, born of the soil, so she can understand them. So let's go to the fate chart, or not the fate chart. Let's roll for scene modification. So we are chaos rank 5 still. I have it, like I just said, I want to speak to an animal. So that's going to happen after I roll a fate chart to see if there is any animals. But is this going to get modified or altered? Altered or interrupted. So a 5 or below, the scene gets modified. There we go. On a D10. 3. 3 is an odd number. It's altered. Okay. It's not interrupt. So altered is like just a little bit of a change. Interrupt means we got to go through the event focus table and randomize it. Okay, so it got altered. So Sinethil walks back a bit and tries to listen for any animals in this area. There were cave rats. We wiped them all out. That was tough. And I forgot. The reason why is, one, I forgot they all had, almost all of them except Gorm had armor, I think. I don't know if the wizard did, but they have armor. I didn't use it. The cave rats had armor. I didn't use it. I forgot. I'm playing with my son. So it equaled itself out. But Gorm has a +1 for his broadsword, his greatsword. I forgot that. So that would have helped. Regardless. So there is other animals. There could be other animals. So what is altered is that the animals are afraid of them. because they saw them wipe out rats. So there has to be something to do with that. Once I roll the fate chart, let's see if there's any animals here. D100, here we go. A D100 on the second roll, not this one. Fate chart, chaos rank 5. If I can do it, I'll put up on the screen right now the chart. If not, sorry. We'll do, I was gonna say 50-50. That's what I was gonna do. But because it's altered, I'm gonna say it's unlikely that there's animals willing to speak. Okay, so 35 or below is a yes. It's not that good. It's not a good odds right now. Let me make sure. Yeah, unlikely, 35 or below. Nope, they are not willing to speak. So that, thank you Mythic, that screwed up my scene setup here. Okay, let's see. Let's roll, because I want to get out of this dungeon. If I have to fight that monster, I will, because the dungeon goes on for a bit more. Let's roll for Avon. Where's this paperwork? Paperwork. Avon. So Avon. So Damara goes, Sinethel tells everybody, I try to get to an animal, but I sense them. I sense their presence, but they're afraid of us, probably from what we did. Probably from what we did to their friends, the cave rats. And Gorm goes, I don't like rats. Must smash. Well, Damara says, well, we shouldn't have killed all of them, maybe. Maybe they wouldn't have attacked us to begin with. They would have attacked them. But are they willing to talk to us at all? Or you at all, Sinethel? And Sinethel basically says no. They're staying hush-hush. So Avon, this is going to be a long shot here. Okay? But I don't want to keep going, because once again, this is just a trap. If there's a way to get out of here, I want to get out. He has detect magic. He has detect magic. If I roll detect magic, and I roll with a 2d6 on the second roll, not now. A 2d6 plus, what is his cast spell? Is it intelligence plus 2 modifier. And he detects magic. Then I'm going to roll on the fate chart at a somewhat likely, which is a 65 or below, that it's something that's going to help us. Here we go. Plus 2. Come on. Let's see. Even a 7 is good. Or a 5. Excuse me. A 5 plus 2 is a 7. I'll take a 5 or above. Here we go. Come on. Okay. That is a 8. It's not a complete success. So, you choose one. So if you guys are wanting to learn, listen along. On a 7 and 9, the spell, which is, this is plus 2, this is an 8. No modifier, this was a fail, but I have a modifier. On a 7 and 9, the spell is cast, but choose one. You draw unwelcome attention, or put yourself in a spot. See, this is where you could roll a d3 dice. This is a d6 divided, 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2, and 5, 6 is 3. There's 3 options. You just roll it, and that's what you go with. So you could hurry up the story along. But this is too important. I don't want to screw it up. You draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. The GM will tell you how. The spell disrupts the fabric of reality. In its cast, take -1 ongoing to cast the spell until the next time you prepare spells. Nope. After it is cast, the spell is forgotten. You cannot cast the spell again until you prepare spells. I do not want to get unwelcome attention. The mushroom we made, paperwork, mushroom we made, the one that's coming up, they don't know. They don't know anything, okay? They don't know anything. It won't make sense to prepare them for this mushroom attack. Okay, that's like cheating. So the mushroom body is what it's named over here. 10 HP, d6 damage. At 0 HP, rolls a 1d6. if a 5 or 6, thank you Tiny Dungeons, if a 5 or 6 revives at 5 HP, then 0 HP it dies. Roll 2d6 gold. D10. That's pretty strong. I mean, a lot of constitution, or a lot of hit points, basically. I don't want to get involved with that right now. So here we go. So, yeah, I'm gonna write it down that Avon, after it is cast, the spell is forgotten. He forgot the spell. That means you have to prepare it like everybody goes to sleep and stuff, and you have to stay up a little bit to read your spell book and study it again. So detect magic, I'll write down, I'll put an F in the box. F. Forgotten. Okay. Now we roll. So it's a successful detect magic, but is it going to detect magic? So I'm gonna put that at a, I think I just mentioned it. I did. Somewhat likely. That's right. I said that. Hopefully I did. Somewhat likely chaos rank 5, that's 65 or below. Please detect magic, please. The second roll, not this one. I wish it was this one. 65 or below. The worst no you can get. So not only, this is an extreme no, because 94 and above is a no. This is like when it gets to a 1. I've been doing this a lot. If you've been watching me for a while, a lot of 1s have been happening, and now it's 100. So I treat a 1, let's say a 1's over here, a critical extreme yes, and 100 a critical extreme no. So this means an extreme no would have been there is no magic here. Okay? Like none, never has, never will be. A critical extreme no, there's no magic anywhere in this cave dungeon. Okay, well, there we go. Here we go. We're gonna start fighting. Let me set up an alarm. One moment. Alexa, set an alarm. 10 minutes. There we go. That way I'll lose track of time. I can do this forever, guys and gals, and everybody else that's watching. I can do this forever. Okay, there we go. Okay, cut all that out. Cut all that out. So I can do this forever. Let's zoom out a little bit. Here we go. Okay, now we don't know it's there. The mushroom can't see us. So I'm gonna say the clouds end right over here. That's where the clouds end. Right in this location. Then, right when you step over this line, you could be seen. Okay, so since we know that, let's move up. Let's get this out of here, by the way. Let's move up Gorm. Boom, Gorm sees them. Damara has a little bit more speed, sees them. Druid a little bit slower, sees them. And then Avon doesn't see him, the wizard, but calls back, the Damara and Gorm call back and say, hey, there's mushrooms over here. They're moving with eyes and teeth. And Avon goes, are you serious? What else are we gonna see? Rats then mushrooms? What is this cave with no magic in it? At a critical extreme no. Damara right over here has a bow with 3 arrows. She's a D6. And she got 2 arrows. I annotated it, I don't know why, so she has 5 arrows. So Damara is going to try and volley, that's the term for Dungeon World, these mushrooms. So a D6 to attack. So she gets a little closer to the edge, as good as she can. Tries to line it up. You know what? I'm going to give them, I don't know if I did this before with modifier. I think I did. I did modifiers for them. I'm going to give her, because this is very unusual, okay? And they do have eyes, the mushrooms. So I'm going to give her, you know what? I'm going to give her a +2. A +2 on this bow throw. Bow throw. On this bow and arrow bow throw. Just toss the bow and hit him. Okay, here we go. A 4 + 2 is a 6. That's a fail. Complete fail. Do they notice? Most likely not. So that's one arrow, and that's one arrow gone forever. That's how I usually do it. If it's missed, it ricocheted, and who knows where it went. We're going to try one more time. Just to make it more intense, the mushrooms get a little closer. So they are walking towards this cloud. Okay, she's going to try one more time. Here we go. So here we go. A 6. Oh, +2. I'm going to give her +2, so it's an 8. So you must endanger yourself to get the shot. You only shot is suboptimal, -1d6 damage. I'm not too sure what that means. Probably -1. Or it takes several shots breaking or losing ammo. You lose another piece of ammo. Endanger yourself. You had to lean in. Your arms and everything leaned into outside the cloud, and the mushroom saw you. But now we roll your damage, which is a 3 against its 10. Let's write that down. So that's 7 out of 10 HP. Okay, so now it's screaming or whatever kind of sound it makes, and now it sees Damara. Damara is still there, and the mushroom's trying to get to Damara. Gorm sees this and says, "No, Damara, I'll save you." Why do I always laugh when I'm talking about Gorm? I'll save you, and Gorm comes up really close. Remember, he's a +1 now. He's a +1 to his damage. Did I give armor to these mushrooms? No, thank goodness. He's a +1 to his damage. He's going to try to just platoon above. Okay, hack and slash. That's what he's going to do. Simple, easy, hack and slash. Here we go. A 6 plus a 2 on the strength is 8. So Gorm is going to try to attack this mushroom right now. He has a D10 plus 1. So not this roll, but the other one. Next one. I wish it was this one. Okay, a D10 plus 1. Now, after this, if he doesn't kill him, the mushrooms that is, mushroom can attack us at a D6. Here we go. 8 again. Plus 1 is a 9. The mushroom is dead. But, and I just realized I didn't get a little avatar or whatever to make them smaller. So, regardless. But, so it's at 0. It has to roll, what did I say? It has to roll a 1d6. If it's 5 or 6, it goes back to 5 HP. If it's a 5 or 6, it goes back to 5 HP. Dang, 5 HP. Okay, so it's a 5 HP. Now Gorm has to get hit by a d6. But I'm going to put it at a -1 modifier because Gorm is still kind of in the cloud, so it's not going to be that big of a hit. So the mushroom's going to hit Gorm with a d6 -1. It didn't hit him at all. It missed. So even if I didn't do the -1, it was just only 1 hit anyways. So it missed because Gorm's still in the cloud. You know, mushroom's having trouble seeing it. And let's say that at that moment the cloud disappeared. Damara tries to do another attack. I want to keep Sinethel and Avon back because we're gonna have to go through more, and I don't want them getting injured, and I don't want to waste any more moves with Sinethel at this very moment. So Damara's paperwork for the bard. Well, she's gonna just try to do a d6 damage with her bow again. So volley 2d6. 11 plus 2 I think she has. Oh no, 1 moment. Plus 1. So she did a 12, not a natural 12. So that is deal your damage. So get a d6 out. And So she pulls back the bow while pulling back the bow, stepping back. Remember, Dungeon World's more cinematic. Stepping back, and while stepping back, lets go of the arrow and hits the target at a 3. So Gorm just charges in, rolls for hack and slash, +2 modifier, correct? I hope. Yes, so it's a 7, so it's going to take damage again, but I think that Gorm's going to be able to do it. Let's see. D10 +1. Not this roll, the next one. A 1 + 1 is a 2. Oh, Gorm, you're killing me. You're killing me, Gorm. So the mushroom has... Oh no, that's all they had left. Oh, thank goodness. Gorm just basically... Gorm just basically dived at the mushroom and flew over them. And while flying over them, tried to like slash them. And he only nicked them a little bit. He just flew over on top of them and nicked them right on their mushroom ears. And they're gone. It's over. The little mushrooms are gone. Let's get them out of here. Gotta drag them out. Okay. Well, that was good. Clear that out. So now we know there is no magic in this whole dungeon, or this whole cave trap dungeon. And animals in this section, at least, animals in this section do not want to talk to Sinethil. So hopefully more animals want to talk later on after we open this door. I have no idea what's going to be in this room, but we're going to find that out on the next episode. So I tried to make this a little more interesting, getting them out of the cave, let's say, in a way, some kind of interesting way. The die said, no way. No way, Moses. Get those creative juices out of here. Ugh, that's how the dice roll sometimes. Okay, so let's look at our, every time you end, you just don't finish. You got to do some bookkeeping. The beginning and the end of any game you play, in my opinion. That's the only way to really play solo. How else are you going to remember everything? Any new threads? No. Who put party in the dungeon? And then the other ones get out of the dungeon. Chaos factor of 5. I'm going to go to 6 because there's no magic. Avon basically failed. In a way, he didn't fail, but he didn't find magic. It didn't help us. And Sinethil can't speak to any, currently in this area, any animals. So chaos rank goes up to 6. Any new NPCs? No. Any adventurer notes? No. You know what I may do? What I may do, and I don't know what it says in the rules, I may do a rest right now in here. Because if I do, they're all going to go to level 2. They all have enough XP. I've been playing them long enough. They're all going to go to level 2. And Avon can relearn his Detect Magic, which doesn't matter right now because there's no magic here. This door is still, it's a trap door. It's what do you call it? My son came up with the idea that you had to wish for something. We were here. You had to wish for something bad to happen for this magical door to open. And what he wished was, randomly we found out, were cave rats. 1d6 worth of cave rats or something like that. Giant cave rats. And really ingenious idea he had. I never thought about that ever. But this door is sealed and this door has never been opened. Now, are there wandering monsters? I don't know. I'll think about that for the next episode. Is there anything? If you're still around, let me know. Put down, I don't know, Go Gorm or something, or Gorm Sucks, or something like that. Something with Gorm, or just put the word name Gorm on there. Gorm. Oh, everyone, I'm just letting you know right now, it's 1:38 in the morning. This is what happens if you have more than one child. It's not easy. It's not easy. You have to play when everybody's asleep. So yeah, happy gaming, everybody. Bye.